Okay, we're looking at lesson 2.3, conditional statements. All right, and I have a picture here. Conditional statements are basically if-then statements, and I found this off the internet, and this would be kind of a long, drawn-out if-then statement. If it's sunny out, then clouds will form. If the clouds will form, then it will start to rain. If it starts to rain, then there will be a rainbow. If there is a rainbow, then everybody is happy. Okay, something like that would be considered to be a conditional statement. So a conditional statement is an if-then statement. The if part is the hypothesis, the then part is the conclusion, and we will write it as P, if P, then Q. And you see the little arrow? That's, when you read that, you will read if P, then Q. Okay? In addition, I'm going to have you, we're going to do a little hand signal thing to help us try to remember this. So this is conditional. You're just going to put your hands out. Conditional. More to come on that. All right. If you eat fast food every day, then you are unhealthy. If you lift weights regularly, then you will get stronger. Whether or not you think these are true or false, these are our statements. If a polygon has 8 sides, then it is an octagon. So, eat fast food every day. The part that follows the if is your hypothesis. So, eat fast food every day. Then you are unhealthy. The part that follows the end, then is your conclusion. So, the hypothesis is you eat fast food every day. Your conclusion is you are unhealthy. If you lift weights regularly, is your hypothesis. You will get stronger is your conclusion. If a polygon has 8 sides, the part after the if is your hypothesis. Then it is an octagon. This part is your conclusion. Hypothesis, conclusion. Okay, now we're going to talk about a converse, and we're not talking about the shoes. This will make more, well, wait a minute here. A converse reverses the hypothesis and the conclusion. So you're going to reverse the hypothesis and the conclusion. So if this is your conditional, your converse does this. Okay? If you eat fast food every day, that will now become your hypothesis. The you are unhealthy part the you are unhealthy part becomes your hypothesis. You eat fast food every day becomes your conclusion. And basically all you need to do is write if. Maybe we can write if. You are unhealthy, then you eat fast food every day. Once again, we're not worried about the true or false part yet. And once again, you see if Q, then P. You read that, if Q, then P. Notice what happened. When you had your conditional, it was if P, then Q. Your converse does the next thing. If you lift weights regularly, this was your if part, it now becomes your then part. Your then part becomes your if part. In other words, your hypothesis and your conclusion switched up. So let me get this off of here. All right. So, and it doesn't always work out just to put an if in there. You kind of have to look at your grammar a little bit. If you will get stronger, or if you get stronger, then you lift weights regularly. That is the converse of our conditional. If a polygon has 8 sides, then it's an octagon. Well, this becomes our conclusion, and this part becomes our hypothesis. So if it is an octagon, then you might want to say it is a polygon with 8 sides. Just so it sounds like we're speaking some regular sentences in here. And that's your converse. Inverse. Okay, well, what is an inverse? First of all, an inverse negates both the hypothesis and the conclusion. Remember the negating part. Here is your not P, then not Q. Okay, so your hypothesis is going to be negated and your conclusion will be negated. Conditional. converse, inverse. That was kind of scary, wasn't it? Oh, all right, so here's what we're going to do. Eat food, fast food every day comes down here. It's still going to be your hypothesis, but it's going to be negated. You are unhealthy. We're going to negate that too. So on this, you, let's see if I can make it. Yeah, now you're going to watch me kind of do a little bit of spacing here. I don't know why that didn't. There we go. Plenty of space in between. So it changes to read something like this. If you do not eat fast food every day, then you are not unhealthy. Same thing with this. Okay, we're going to put our spacing in there. You would obviously be writing this out as words. Okay, there's your spacing. So I can put some knots in there. The knots are allowing me to negate this. Okay, so if you do not lift weights regularly, then you will not get stronger. And this is called an inverse. And we have to kind of keep this straight, hence my little hand signals there. That's supposed to be helpful. And you can use them on the test or the quiz. Hint, you need to make, or you can have another way to remember it, as long as it's not distracting other students. Okay? If a polygon has 8 sides, then it is an octagon. All right, we're going to leave our spacing. And I think I'm going to run into some issues here, but we'll fix it as we go. All right. If a polygon does not have, and of course we're going to change this to have, 8 sides, then it is not an octagon. Okay, and maybe it would be faster for me to rewrite that, I don't know, but that is basically your inverse. Okay, we got one more. It's called the contrapositive. Kind of a cool name, probably a name that you've not heard before. A contrapositive is kind of a mix of a converse and an inverse. It negates the hypothesis and the conclusion of the converse statement. So our if P then Q is switched around to be if Q then P, but then I negate both. So it's if not Q, then not P. Okay? And we need to do a little conditional, converse, inverse, contrapositive, negate, and switch. Okay, so we're going to take these, eat fast food every day is going to come down here, and you are unhealthy is going to come over here. So my statement, I'm just going to take a moment to write this out because that's what you'll have to do quite a bit also. If you are not unhealthy, then you do not eat fast food every day. Okay, the contrapositive of the second statement. We're going to switch it around. So then if you do not get stronger, if you do not get stronger, then you do not lift weights every day. And once again, or regularly, I guess is the word. Sorry about that. Regularly. Once again, not worried about the truth or the falseness of the statement. We're just writing out the statements. Okay, and the third statement, if you were to write the contrapositive, you're going to take your last statement here, your conclusion, and negate it. So if it is not an octagon, then it is not a polygon with 8 sides. All right? So now you've kind of seen these 4 things. I'm just going to do a quick review here because you just want to see me at home as much as you want to see me in school. Conditional, converse, inverse. This is negating when I'm flipping my hands. And then I go back, I'm negating and flipping the hypothesis and the conclusion. That's your contrapositive. Conditional, converse, inverse, contrapositive. Okay, you have a statement like this, and I am not going to do this whole statement for you, but I will start you off because I have kids who miss this on quizzes and tests. Kids who miss this, they don't know how to write the conditional when you have a statement to start. So your original statement in this case is, you have to turn it into an if-then. If, now I know this is crazy, if you are an ape, then you love bananas. Okay, so you should be able to take a statement and turn it into an if-then statement. And now, basically, you have like a little video quiz here, right here. I want you to finish out converse, inverse, and contrapositive. And this ends our lesson.